Good morning, by the way. Sitting here staring at my screen, really forgetting that I have started. Good morning, welcome. It is another glorious day here in Da Nang, Vietnam, and it's a hot one today, and I mean really hot. So the heat wave they've promised us is well in force, but luckily we have the air conditioning on, hopefully not too noisy, and looking out the window there, beautiful blue sky, going to be a lovely day. So today, we are day 4 of the 12K challenge. We're about, 4.5 hours in terms of the amount of time I've streamed, maybe coming on 5 hours, and we've already pretty much established a niche. I'm going to do a wee bit more work on that this morning. So lovely to have those of you who are following along. I do hope that you get a lot out of this. Ultimately, there's 2 reasons why I'm doing this live stream. One, to prove that you don't need websites, sales funnels, and Facebook ads to get started. You need to just understand this stuff. And 2, just a fun way to show you that it works and give you a framework that I've used, because look, a lot of this stuff is wishy-washy, a lot of it's thinking time, a lot of it's just up in the clouds. And it's really hard to crystallize your strategy and make it really clear. And take it out of there and into actual action. So that's what I'm hoping to show you, is how to just move forward with your business. Okay, so for those of you that are doing this as well, I hope you are having you are finding your problems and narrowing in on who you're going to be serving. Because ultimately, if you remember the value proposition, if you've done the workshop, if you haven't, I highly recommend you do it. It's only $47, and it's the exact information I'm using in this challenge to make the 12K. And the value proposition is all about customer or client-centric conversations, marketing. You know, we're not saying I do this. So we're going to start weaving that in today. We're going to have a wee look. But before we crack in, here's a wee question that we've popped into our virtual coaching community. Okay, so there's about 45,000 people in this group, 45.7 thousand, and I'm considering maybe niching down into one more little drop down, because what I've seen is there's a number of different coaches, and I want to be very clear about my message. Now, there's life coaches, there's energy and holistic, crystal healing coaches. There's also fitness coaches, business consultants, which is what I do. A ton of different styles and methods of coaching, and a whole lot of different sub-niches within the coaching umbrella. So I have an offer, or I'm going to create an offer that's going to appeal to a segment of that audience. So if you remember yesterday, we talked about the tension that we found in this audience, where there's the old style practitioners that just don't like all these new life coaches coming along. I'm quite keen. I like the life coaching scene. The reason I like it is not because it resonates with me and I want to be a life coach. It's because it is a big problem, and big problems bring big rewards, and we're able to go higher ticket. Because we can solve their problem, they're going to pretty much, the goal of creating our offer is to have them say, shut up and take my money, right? So I'm just still not entirely sure how far I'm going to drill down into this group, but definitely life coaches, and maybe we're going to pop in this style of coaching as well, the energy crystal healing. Now, generally this group takes a long time to get some traction. I just popped that up before I started streaming, so we will see how that goes. Now, somebody did mention to me that I spoke a bit fast yesterday. When I'm researching and reading, I well could have, so I apologize if that was you and I was speaking too quick. So, okay, and Christine, good morning. You've got your pumpkin soup and a bagel. Wow, that sounds amazing. I just have my black coffee and and 2 bottles of water to keep myself hydrated. But I did just have a lovely, what did I have for breakfast? Yogurt, dragon fruit, banana, and granola. It was wonderful. Okay, so today, offer creation. This is going to be a bit more fun. This is where we get to be creative. We're going to be all over the place though. There's really no do A, B, C, D. So we'll work through it and we'll show you the sort of mechanics of building a really compelling offer. Okay? So the real key to a winning offer is to have it so that, assume I'm holding up I don't have one because Vietnam doesn't have these sort of notes, but let's say I'm holding up a $50 note, okay? $50, and I say to you, I will sell you this $50 note for $100. You give me 100, I give you 50. I'm probably not going to be very successful. So that means that the value didn't really match the goods that I'm giving, right? You ascribe more value to your $100 than you do to my $50. But if I flipped it around and I said, okay, well, let's try a different approach, and here's this $50 note, and I'll sell it to you for $20, what are you going to say? Shut up and take my money. I'll take as many as I can have. If you've got 10, I'll buy 10, right? Because the value is so much higher than the price you have to pay. So when we're creating an offer and putting that offer out, what we're really trying to do is demonstrate real, bona fide, authentic value that is worth more to that person than the dollars we charge. So it's in simple, shut up and take my money. Now, a real good example of this, actually, let's have a look. I'll show you one of my coaching students, so someone who's going through my accelerator, the actual one-on-one coaching with me. Let's have a look at where he's up to. This is Ricky. You've seen him posting. So look at this. Need funding? Find out if you qualify for VC funding today. Still bootstrapping? Access VC funding for your company. Find out if you qualify. And this links to his Calendly. And we're going to be building a similar kind of look for our profile as we run this challenge once we've got our offer. Now, all he does is he goes out and he posts all over the groups where his niche are hanging out, and they see this, and he just can't believe how many calls are coming in, right? Because he's got a massive solution to the problems that they're having, and there's a lot of value here. So they, he's pretty much going to them and saying, what would you do with $500,000 injected into your company right now? And the people are just like, oh, $500,000? So, he's absolutely nailed this. Ricky was just a copywriter who wasn't making any money 5 months ago. Now, he's closed a $10 million deal for a client, funding deal, and he got 3% equity in that company, plus a bucket load of cash. I mean, he is going to build genuine wealth, and I won't be surprised if he's a millionaire in the next 5 years based purely on this. It's just going so well for him. Okay, so what we're going to do today is figure out how we're going to do the same. We're going to create a hook that is irresistible to our market. Okay, so the bait that we use, and we're going to dangle it in front of them later, in the later part of the challenge when we start trying to get clients, all without sales funnels and websites. Cold in Melbourne today. Oh well, we're making up for it. So let's do the daily weather report, shall we? Actually, it says it's not as hot as yesterday, even though it feels hotter. So it could be just all up here. But the feels like is hotter. And the humidity's higher, so that's probably why. But look, it's just sunshine every day for the next 10 days. Yeah, they have a really bad rainy season here, but oh my goodness, it's beautiful. So what are we, Northern Hemisphere? So you're heading into winter there, aren't you, Christine? That'll be why it's cold, of course. New Zealand has winter now. Okay, so let's come back and review where we're at, and then we're going to start thinking about how we can really bring in an offer that's going to be different from everyone else. We need a differentiator, and we'll talk through that as we go. I'll tell you what the components of your offer need to be, and we're going to work through it step by step. Okay? So if we have a look at our chosen niche, the chosen niche, or niche if you say that, people new to coaching. Okay? And I'm going to narrow it down narrow this down to, and we're going to pick definitely life coaches, energy coaches, sort of the low barrier to entry stuff. We're not going after the practitioners who have been counseling. We're not interested in the counseling side, okay, or the therapy. We just don't want to go down that road. That's not our market. They're very different. They're more entrenched. They have a lot of, they have the same problems, but not as big as this market has, right? So we want the big problem with the most obvious group of people. And all these people, thousands upon thousands, I mean, this virtual coaching group has 74,000 members. I need to find 6 people who will pay me $2,000 in the next month, or whatever, however long it takes, to solve that problem. And we're going to look at those problems in a moment, because that's, problem, solution. We need to match. Okay, so we're going to go with life coaches, energy coaches, that type of thing, okay? So we'll wait and see how that post goes and see if anybody posts. But anyway, okay, so the key problem is they struggle to get clients, okay? So this is the key problem here. And the thing is, as we found in our research, there is more than one reason why they have this problem, okay? So we're just going to keep expanding on this now, okay? So why do they have this problem, okay? Because if we get the why wrong and we don't understand why they're having the problem and we go, well, I can fix this problem, but we don't sort of identify with them on their root cause, we have a disconnect. They don't relate to it, right? And I'm going to actually show you some good offers today. We're going to go offer hunting, see what our competitors are up to. And hopefully we will see some bad ones. And trust me, 80% of them are the bad ones, so they won't be hard to find. Okay, so why do they have this problem? Well, we've done the research, we've got all the notes, and we know why they're having the problem. So one, it's lack of business experience. Okay, they don't know how to run a business, right? They don't, oops, that's good spelling, don't know how to get clients, right? They have no clue. They don't know what to do. They suffer from imposter. I'm going to put syndrome because we understand what that means, but there was a very interesting debate in the post that I put up around using the word syndrome. We're becoming a society where we're getting pedantic on words, and if a very small section of the community are offended by the word, suddenly we're not allowed to use the word. And look, I don't have a personal opinion on this, but I think intention behind words should matter more than anything. But we've lost that. We've lost the ability to judge intention, and we just immediately get offended. And it's a really sad thing to see how divisive social media has become. And I just give you that same warning. Just don't go down those rabbit holes. Don't get into pedantic arguments with people. It will hurt your brand. And even if you're right. Now, sometimes you do need to call out bad behavior, but that's okay, that's different. But when you're just having arguments over pedantics and semantics, it doesn't help you, it doesn't move you forward. It's a waste of energy and time. Okay, so the reason they're having the problem is probably one of these 3 things. Now, let's just run back up and double check that we haven't missed anything, because we want to be thorough, okay? So if we go back and have a look at our problems and see what we've found. So yes, we did notice that there is a lot of these type of coaches here. We'll just highlight that. Now, I'm good in this space. I have a crystal client now, making tons of money, on track for a 60 or 70K month this month. Big money in this market. I love this market. I've had a few clients in this market. Real easy market for me. So, you want to use your skills and expertise. You don't want to make hard work for yourself. So, be smart, work smart. Okay, so let's just run through these problems. Pricing, okay, so there's another one that we've forgotten. So let's pop the pricing one in. Okay, so that's the key one. We'll go back up and review those all in a moment, but let's just get this in here. They don't know how to price. put a smiley there because now, understanding that that's the reason they have this problem, then we need to craft an offer that deals with these problems, not how to get clients, right? Getting clients will be a result of them fixing this. So if they suddenly have business experience, now you can't just magically, I have business experience, so if they don't have it, they outsource it. So that's my role. I can provide them that missing piece of the puzzle. I can give them my business experience, and in return, they pay me for that, right? That's a fair value exchange, a fair exchange of value. They don't know how to get clients. Well, I can teach them that, and I can build them a system that will get them clients on repeat, so they won't have to worry about that, okay? Suffering from imposter syndrome, well, once they're landing high value clients and getting results, that will fade away, but it's a difficult one to deal with because there's so much emotion and that's where a lot of counseling needs to come in, and that's not what I'm here for. They don't know how to price. Well, I can help them with price. We'll be talking a little bit when we go to price our offer around pricing elasticity. Now, what that means is what's the lowest and highest sort of pricing that this market can tolerate, and we want to just sort of find out where the key pricing comfort zone for this market is, because there's no point going out at 6K if the most anybody's ever paid in this space is 5K, right? Unless we've got really top 1% offer. So we don't want to go make it hard on ourselves. We want to make it easy to get clients. So we're going to understand our pricing elasticity. So we're going to be covering all of that today. So let's, so what we now need to do is figure out, well, how are we going to help these people? How am I going to use my skills and expertise to help these people, right? And I want one offer, and I want it to be an offer that deals with that the outcome of is they will get clients, okay? Now, if I go and put out an ad saying how to get clients, they're just going to turn off to that because they don't like marketing speak. They don't want to be marketers. They're so afraid of marketing and they hate being marketed to that they've just absolutely rejected marketing, okay? So marketing is become a dirty word for them, which is a shame, but it's because we have a good understanding of our little niche here, right? It's exploded in the last 2 or 3 years. Life coaching is everywhere. Everyone's becoming a coach or a consultant. COVID has forced a lot of people online and they want to start businesses, and this seems like an easy one to start. Again, low barrier of entry. Great for us because there's a lot of people coming in that maybe have a talent for coaching. That's not my role to decide that. But they have zero talent for business, and that's where I can help them. So we already know where we're positioning ourselves, okay? We'll be talking about positioning as well. So we're going to be the yin to the yang, for example, right? So we're going to need to be talking about how they can, how we can take all that horrible stuff they hate off their plate so that they can focus on what they love and their calling. And, there's some very powerful language we're going to be able to use in our offer. So I'm quite excited about this niche. Of all the niches to pick when I said I was going to do the 12K challenge, this was not where I was thinking. Okay, so remember, they hate marketing. They're very sensitive to marketing language. Getting clients for them is marketing, so we can't deal with it here. We're going to have to include it, but we're going to have to figure out how, okay? We just have to use the right language. And we've seen examples of that, didn't we, in our research on Amazon. So they don't have a way to increase their dollar potential. They respond to a specific style of language. They believe they have a calling or higher purpose. These are the key points that we're going to need to incorporate into our offer. And when you're doing your offer, it should be the same. What are the key pain points? What are the key issues? So these are the pain points, right? Which lead to this problem. They can't get clients. And if they can't get clients, there's a bigger problem. They can't earn money, right? Which becomes a vicious cycle because it feeds into their imposter syndrome. So, these people really need help. It's not like they're just sitting there, Now, a lot of them will quit, right? That's what most people do. Oh, this is too hard, I quit, right? And that's not the right answer. So we're not going to teach them to quit. We're going to show them that there is a way for them to lean into their calling, We're going to have to start thinking and talking in this sort of language that they use. So how can we help and how can we solve this problem, which is the struggle to get clients for these reasons? Now, the reason I highlight this stuff is just when I'm scrolling back and forth, I don't have to hunt through lots of text. I can find this stuff really easy. Okay, so we're probably going to do some form of consulting offer. We want to teach them how to create a long-term sustainable business, and we can't use those words. We can't say how to build a long-term sustainable business. But we know we need to say that it's not compromising on your calling or values. We want to talk to them about their authentic stuff. They love the word framework. So basically, we will take care of the business stuff. So what does that actually look like? What specifically can I do to help them, right? So we need to think about, well, what are the things I can do to help them? And then how do we match those to the problems and create an offer? So I've sort of done that here. I can help them systemize their business, right? So we're going to flesh that out more. So that's build standard operating processes. Look, if your business doesn't have standard operating SOPs, then you're going to be inefficient, running around in circles, and you're never going to scale. You must have this stuff, okay? Let me just check in here. Right, so we want to show them how to create an offer. So here we are creating our offer, and our offer might be showing them how to create their offer, potentially. So I know how to build an offer, right? So that could be in the form of a coaching framework, a set package. So we're asking questions yesterday in the group saying, hey, do you do one-on-one or do you do long-term or month-to-month? Now, me, I do both. I have a digital accelerator, same name as the group, so basically a digital accelerating coaching program, and that runs for 6 weeks, maybe 8. But I also have a month-to-month coaching, which I have a number of people on, which is my retainer-based coaching or consulting, as it really is. And I've been very cheap. I'm only charging like $900 a month at the moment, which is extremely good value. So if you're watching and you want me at $900 a month, I probably have about 2 spots left at that before I get into this stuff. And honestly, I think that's pretty good value. But it's just consulting. I don't do the work for you. I just help point you in the right direction and give you a lot of guidance and feedback. But we're not here to sell. We're here to talk about the offer we're creating for our new niche. So giving them a coaching framework. Now, what I mean by that isn't teaching them how to coach. It's going to give them if you're going to do a 6-week, how are you going to structure your program? So we're going to help them create a coaching program, right? So let's put program, even though we're going to call it a framework, right? So we're going to show them how to do a 6, 8, 12-week package that they can charge a couple of $1,000s for, similar to what we're going to be doing, right? And we're going to show them how to make money from their calling. We're going to teach them how to get, we know how to teach them how to get clients on repeat, right? How? Okay, so we'll teach them organic attraction, right? Which is what I do, the value proposition stuff. They like the word attraction. And we will also talk to them about paid, but only if they are already validated. What I mean by that is they already have an offer that's working, right? So I'm not really, I don't want to do paid ads for people, so we're going to ignore that. I'm just listing down all the things that we could do. We're not doing all of this. We're just trying to put our skills and expertise, how they would help these problems. So how else can I solve? And this is what you want to do when you've got these key pain points. How are you going to just figure out, well, what are some ways to solve a lack of business experience, right? So if we were to take this list and we would actually list it here, let's do that, shall we? So we'll list that. Oops, we've got numbers. So, sorry, good formatting. Bear with me. Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to go through and we're going to actually see what exactly we can do for these problems, right? So we'll call this match skills. and expertise, what I can do, what I'm good at, to problems / pain points. Okay, so the lack of business experience, how can I help that specifically? Okay, so I can mentor, consulting, okay? I can help them build a business model / systems. We can do SOPs, know how to do all of this stuff, right? So this is really cool, and there's a really cool angle we can take here. We'll talk about angles shortly, but this stuff is popping into my head as I write this, and it will happen for you too. They don't know how to get clients. Well, what specifically can I do? I can do their work for them, or I can teach them how to do it. They don't know how to get clients, so I can, for example, I could put them through the workshop. I could take them through the current program I have fixes this problem, right? My coaching accelerator program, right? So I will just put that. So the digital accelerator program. I don't even know. You just slap a name on this stuff. I'm going to come up with a better name. If you've got ideas, let me know. Digital accelerator program. Doesn't really matter. So I can teach them how to do that. I can put them through my workshop. They can follow the live streams. They'll learn how to get clients. Now, obviously, I don't want them coming here and seeing that they are part of my challenge, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to be adding significant value. I'm not trying to scam these people. I'm not trying to make this money unethically. I'm going to give them far more value than they pay me, and we'll be talking about that as we get to the value proposition after we've sort of got our offer up and running and we want to see how to put it in front of our people. I can do done for you, but I don't want to. Right, so I'm going to put not preference, but it's good to have it just because what I could do is have that as part of the offer and outsource that part. So I get someone, an ad specialist to come in, split the money with them, and for that portion of the program. So don't restrict yourself. You can outsource. Suffer from imposter syndrome, so that's encouragement. So provide, again, it's mentoring. Right, get them to take action. Right? Help them take action. Because the one thing we saw about imposter syndrome, it causes people to take inaction. It's paralysis. They are ineffective. So by fixing all this other stuff, we'll fix this by default, right? But the thing is, they've just got to take action, right? They've just got to take action. They don't know how to price, well, we can build them a coaching program. We can help them with their value proposition. How specifically can I help them with it, right? So again, it's consulting, okay? So we want to understand, I can do this, but how? What's the vehicle? What is the way that I can reach through the screen and help them? Do I do it for them? Do I tell them how to do it? Do I bring in third parties? You've got to understand how exactly you're going to be able to do this. So there's some, you don't have to overcomplicate this stuff. So, the lack of clients is what they think is a critical part of their business, okay? They go, I'm not getting clients. We see it all the time. Let's just show you how big that is. Nobody has, has anybody responded to my, yes, okay, we've got a couple of answers. Let's have a quick look at that. I am a mind, body, soul coach and also a Reiki master. I mostly help individuals struggling with autoimmune challenges to create a life they love and thrive doing it. See the language here, folks? Create a life they love and thrive. Beautiful language. Quantum energy healer, clearing past current life trauma and helping people reconnect to their whole soul. I'm a holistic health practitioner, okay, so this is old school. This is somebody from the first camp, remember? An energy worker. Life is interconnected and shows up in many ways how we are blocking our forward movement. I also do coaching and emotional release work. Interesting, because I'll tell you what, this here, forward movement, I can't begin to tell you that how simple taking action is in terms of dealing with these problems. Most people don't take action because they're afraid of all the stuff they don't know. I say, take action, get it out there, and then just solve the problems and obstacles as you hit them, right? On the go. But if you don't ever start, then it all just stays up here, sort of like a comfort blanket. One day I'm gonna, one day I'll do this. But just do it. Take action. I can't emphasize enough, just take action, okay? But anyway, so this is cool. It looks like there are some people in our niche here, and this is the sort of stuff that they're doing. I know how to speak to this market, so it's a natural fit for me. It's a natural, I've already got experience, right? So when we look at how we can help our niche, we look at our skills, our expertise, and our experience. Because the higher up we are on the skills and expertise side, the more value we're going to be able to deliver. And ultimately it comes down to results that we get for people. Remember, our offer is about how we move them from A to B, where they are to where they want to be. And that's really interesting. Okay, so let's just have a quick look in this group, and we're just going to put get clients, okay? And we're just going to see what comes up. Because I have a feeling this is we don't have a feeling, we know. How are you currently getting clients? So this is just... let's have a read of that one. How are you getting clients? Because we want to know. We'll just jump into that now. Okay. What are they currently doing to get clients? We need to know where they are. What are they doing? Why isn't it working? Okay. So this is just part of your offer creation. Should have been in the research. So what are they doing? Well, this is helpful. This is a really great question. I'm struggling. Ding ding. I'm an entrepreneur coach with a decade of experience in digital marketing and helping companies grow online. I'm happy to give you a free consult to help you out. So what's this person done wrong? Based on the research we've done, entrepreneur, digital marketing, helping companies grow online, free consult, okay? Four red buzzers, okay? They don't get to go to the live shows. This shows they don't understand their market, right? Because we know from our research that our market is very sensitive to this kind of language. And what do you know? No comments, no loves. Good replies, bot leads through Facebook ads. Okay, so Facebook ads. I would like to know that too. I have a tip if you're open. Okay, well that's not going to work. Okay, we've got a big helicopter flying over. Wow, that's low. Goodness. No, I keep asking them to explain their situations, but I just don't get it. We use a combination of 3 organic posts. Cold, where we solve our perfect client's problem that they are aware of and it attracts them into our world. I like it. We'll be doing that too. Warm, builds deep rapport, overcomes objections and shows how our methodology works. Not really. That's a bit me. But how does our solution lead them to their outcomes? That's much better. Okay, not quite on the money there, Chad. Hot gets our perfect clients to raise their hands and show. I mean, that's just, what does it mean? Hot, get them to raise their hands. Well, how? Tell us how, not what. Come on. You've got to know the how. After that isn't just, okay, anyway, move on, shall we? Getting clients is secondary matter in respect to coaching profession. Why do I say this? Well, I disagree immediately, without reading the rest, because without clients, you don't have a coaching business, full stop. Clients respond to value. What problem are you equipped to solve? Okay, so people know this stuff that we're talking about, right? Doing the right things in the right environment. Well, what are those right things? And what is the right environment? Okay, if you want to add value to people, don't go wishy-washy crap like this. I said I wouldn't swear. Crap's not really a swear word. But, right, this is the sort of stuff that confuses people. They read all this and they're just like, well, what does that even mean? No wonder they hate marketers, right? Doing the right thing in the right environment. Imagine if I just said to you, hey, I've got the solution to your problem. Okay, what is it? Do the right things in the right environment. Well, what are the right things? Just do them, right? It's just ridiculous. Anyway, we're not here to... The thing is, what this shows is that nobody really knows. This person doesn't actually know, because if they did, they would probably maybe list it here, right? So let's see if anyone in this thread knows. I would say that's $1 million question. Client acquisition and revenue flow is where most struggle with, so that's what I would say to you. Identify your perfect buyer. Niche. Yep. That'll buy the easiest and the fastest. Oh yeah, bigger problem. I agree. Okay, Philippe, you get a tick. Know where your perfect buyer is. You want to know where your perfect buyer is? Asking for the solutions you can offer. Tick. You do need to know where they hang out. Mirror your perfect buyer. Once you're around, you just need to connect in a way that resonates with them. Okay, so sorry, Philippe. You started off so well. You knew the theory, but how? How do I connect in a way that resonates? That's what people want to know. They don't want to know I have to connect in a way that resonates. How do I connect in a way that resonates? Answer that question. So immediately I know how I'm going to add some value to these groups. When I see these questions, I'm going to be able to actually tell them how, and I'm going to attract people to me. This doesn't work. This high-level stuff. Anyway, you have to share content in your posts, talk with others, and continue. Well, yes, that's not entirely wrong. Currently, I reach out to individuals I know personally or send me personally through social media who are working on a book or a podcast, a YouTube, or some other creative content for the audience. So they're selecting their audience, good. I then reach out and tell them the potential that their business has and see if they'd like to work with me to tap into that potential. Okay, that's probably not working yet because it's all about me. It's not dealing with the problems and showing them how you're going to move them from A to B. Nobody's mentioned the transformation. That they, show them the transformation you can offer and outline it. Okay, so what we're seeing is, if we look at what people are, saying and struggling, so let's just go and have another look because this is valuable stuff. Are we in the right group? Okay, so we'll go back to get clients and we'll see if we can find a bigger post. Look, I'm not here to rip on these people. They're all doing their best, but I tell you, if you can't see opportunity when you do your research, you might want to just have another look because there are problems everywhere. Every post you're seeing some problems, right? People don't know how to get clients. They think they know and they're probably signing people up and then they're not delivering. This is why marketing has such a bad name, all these people out there. Okay, some ways I'm going to get clients. Be friendly. Well, that's provide value. Give till it hurts. Fully agree. I'm giving this challenge for free. That's very good advice. Fall in love with your ideal client. Okay, well, I probably don't want to go falling in love with my clients. Bit wishy-washy. Isn't it funny? They have all this first stuff right. They understand that they need to do value. They understand that they need to know where their niche is hanging out. They need to know they need a niche. But when it comes to actually putting an offer in front of them, nobody seems to know this stuff. This is why it's such a big problem. That's why I'm going to be able to very quickly, I hope, get to my 12K target. How to structure one to run it and get, okay, this is interesting. Now what we're going to do is, I wish there was a way to open these in another window, right? But there isn't, so we'll come back to that one. Just want to see what else is here before we jump out. I want to let my light shine and begin to get clients. Okay, so here's one of our, this is our niche. This is one of our people right here, okay? My aim is to empower people. Sorry, I'm just having a quick check. To let my light shine, empower people to have the courage to be the authentic selves, okay? What content will help me to get that ideal client? So they're assuming that content is what they need. How do I market and get clients? Can anyone help me? So we'll look at that post. But it's just going to be the same stuff that we've just seen, right? Because nobody here seems to know it. So blind leading the blind. Well, what a great niche. We picked a good niche, folks. Any advice for a new coach heading out into the world? Yep, get really good at coaching. Thanks, Billy. Never thought of that one. But yes, you do want to get results. And you do want to hire people to do your sales and marketing so you can focus on what you're doing. So, yep, I'm being a bit mean here. I'm being a wee bit cynical. Okay. I'm just having a quick look. Okay, alright, so let's go back up to this one. It had, is it this one? Well, this is interesting. Let's have a look at this one. This is much better. Okay. Look, I hate to say it, folks. You have to be researching. Even on offer creation, we're still researching, right? You can't. What most do is they think offer creation is just walking around going, what could I do? What could I do? Just listen to your market. They're telling you what you need, right? We know where they're strong. We know where they just fall over. We know they know all that first stuff. We know they don't know actually how to connect their offer. right? So that's why a coaching program we create or a framework is going to be very powerful if we connect the organic marketing to it. Food for thought: do you get clients? Do you attract clients? Do you create clients? This is going to be very interesting. Let's just have a very brief run through. I know you're probably sick of all this research, but you want to know how to make money online? This is how you do it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to make it different from what it really is. This is how I've done it. This is how I do it. This is what works. It's working for the people I'm teaching. Okay. My view: you attract prospects, get customers, and create clients. Well, a customer is a client. That's just silly. I believe in creating the energy to attract clients, and my referrals bring in the new clients. Well, how did you get your first ones to have referrals? I exclusively work on recommendations. The trust gets built, and we know trust is important, so that's good. I'm open to clients approaching me also, but I don't invest my energy in promoting my services, but rather in creating them. Look, people like this. Look. Okay, I exclusively work on recommendation. The trust gets built because people come very open, and I am also more confident that we are a good match, and those who referred them know how I work and suggested me. Okay, but the thing is, how do you get to that level, right? How do you get there? Okay, I would love to have a dialogue around your system. Would you, right? So people, look, they're hungry for this. Great, the organic way. So, look, that got leads, right? So Valencia here got a lead from this post. I think we can even do better. Okay, I attract and get. I like to attract clients. I'm all for manifesting, but the idea of creating clients kind of weirds me out. Right? Why? Because they don't know how. It's marketing, dirty, right? So we're going to have to create an offer that says there's no marketing. Marketing without marketing is pretty much what we're going to be putting to this niche. How on earth am I going to sell marketing without calling it marketing? We're going to do it. How to market without marketing is pretty much what we're going to be teaching these people. It is going to be marketing. We're just going to reframe it into their language so that they're more comfortable with it, right? It's going to be fun. Okay, I meet people. Sometimes we work together to facilitate, okay? Right, so that's just networking, which is a very powerful tool, but it's COVID world and I'm in Vietnam and probably not going to work for me. I focus on attracting everything in my life, and I believe that's a starting point. I create customers, attract, magnetize. Look at this. The vast majority are all about attraction, and this group loves the law of attraction. They can manifest clients just by dreaming it into being. If only it was that easy. They'd all be successful if it worked, right? The Prosperous Coach. We found that book, right? That's the one that we've taken. We've got that in our research notes. So, clearly, that's we're on the right track. This is good. I believe getting results. Oh, thank you. The best way to get clients is to get results for your clients. But that doesn't answer the chicken and egg question. Well, how do you get the clients in the first place? Once you've got results, it's a hell of a lot easier. And as I say, it's easier for a car to go from 6 miles an hour to 60 miles an hour than it is to go from 0 to 6 miles an hour. It actually uses more fuel in the 0 to 6. So once you're at that 6 mile an hour to go up, right, this is how you do it. The testimonials, you leverage your social proof. It's like leveling up, and then you're able to leverage all that. Then you can leverage paid ads, you can build your websites and funnels, and you're away, and then you can scale as far as you want, literally as far as you want. If you want 300K a month, then go for it. It's possible. There are steps that you can take. The hardest one is, well, how do I get those first clients? And that's going to make a wee note here, because we know we're dealing with new coaches, so where are we going to write that? Where's our niche? Okay, people new to coaching who don't know how to get clients. Right, so see how we just sort of accidentally niched down a bit further? Okay, that's good, that's very good. We're now understanding where our offer needs to pitch, where we need to position it in this market. So this is why we do this research, okay? Fantastic question. You see, the entire market is looking for customers and buyers. They think they will find or attract the customers. That can work for maybe some, but the reality is leads are not found, they are made. It is true. definitely create. I love them. Kaboom. I love your food for thought. How are you using the word client? See, some people just love to get into the pedantics like we saw on that syndrome. There was this like probably 30 stream conversation around using the word syndrome for imposter syndrome. That's that clash of those two markets, right? I don't get involved with that. So anyway, let's just not even read that. I'm not interested in pedantics. Get clients takes me to the Grant Cardone sleazy world of, right? Look at this. See? Get client. The words get clients immediately make them think of Grant Cardone's sleazy world, who is my money, which simply does not work for my coaching practice. I don't want to sell people anything to get them in my client base. Creating clients seems like I'm taking for them. See the mindset here? This is a mindset that we're dealing with. Look, we've already seen it. This further validates what we already know. So when we say they hate marketing, we're just going to make an extra note here. This is a mindset. Marketing is sleazy. Creating clients is fake. Pretty much is what did they say? I'm taking from them is fake. Taking, not giving. Right, so this is somebody's, we've got to understand where they are. This is their current worldview. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. We just need to know what they believe. So we have our beliefs. Let's look. Unfortunately, back and forth. When you find little nuggets, right? We found another belief here, right? Marketing is bad. Sleazy, right? And the reason they have that mindset is because they don't like being marketed to. So they see the big names, the big greasy names like Grant Cardone promising 10x and all this stuff, and they switch off to it. But then they throw out the baby with the bathwater. Have you heard that saying, by the way? Throw out the baby with the bathwater. Somebody I said it to here just had, why would you throw out a baby? Didn't get the anyway. So this is good. This is really, really valuable. Okay. So while not as irritating as get, to me create still is some sense of not fully seeing the client or being willing to be me in order to attract the clients. Well, the thing is, you can actually do both. You create, what we're going to be doing is showing them how to be their authentic self and attract clients, but there still needs to be a system. There still needs to be, you still need to be generating their interest, right? There's still a process, there's still a system. You can't just sit there and magically manifest clients into your life. Okay, if the law of attraction worked like that, I could just sit here and go, I'm going to have 6 clients and then I'll just live stream until they pop up into my newsfeed. Okay, cool, look, one of them popped up, thank you universe. If only it was that easy. You've got to take action, folks. You've got to take action. I would say attracting clients, preserve my own responsibility to bring it, allows me to accept them for who they are, regardless of me, and leaves me space for role, who in turn attracts me as a client. And look at this. We've got engagement. Now, it's not a huge amount, but compared to the other posts, this resonated with people. We got to note, you got to see this stuff. This is why we have an edge. This is how we make our money. Literally, because we know our market better than anybody else selling into this market. We know and understand our niche. So what is he doing? I'm just going to actually open up his profile and just see how he markets himself. We'll see if he's true to his word. We'll see if he's doing what he sees other people. Right, so he's got no profile here. We need to go and, okay, so he's got no marketing in his profile. CEO, founder, head coach at Holistic Human. But there's no links, there's no way to find him. So he's obviously, listen you what flows through your mind. Okay, this is really interesting. So he's just using his social media, he's not using it to generate business. I wonder how he does get clients. I wonder if he's even, yeah, interesting. Okay, anyway, segue. So let's see what the reply is. I love how you break it down. Okay, notice he's not in this group anymore. So when you see them grey like this, it means they've left the group, right? Can't see this post because he's not a member. So he answered this 8 weeks ago, but he's since left this group. So he's obviously fed up. He doesn't like a lot of the content that's coming up. Interesting. But anyway, thank you for your contribution. Very helpful for us. You attract. Now people have read this, they're too afraid to say the opposite, right? So funny. So okay, if you're going to go use big words, you're not going to make money. If you want to sound smart, speak simply. We tested this. So we took some copy, and it was at a reading grade level of 9 on the was it the Kincaid-Fleischmann or whatever it's called, the Kincaid-Fleischmann scale, and it was a reading grade level of 9, which is pretty good, right? But we took it all the way down to, we got it all the way down. We got it under 5. We got it to 4 something. So a reading grade of 4, which is like 6 and 7 and 8 year olds. I don't know the exact age group. But we simplified, and then we put it back out, and it converted significantly better. If you want to sound smart, speak simply. Here's one of my little segue nuggets. All right, keep it really simple. Simplicity is the key. Anyway, I like to inspire clients. I empathize with people who are going through midlife transitions. Well, how do you inspire them? How do you empathize with them? You've got to have them to talk to first, right? I'm able to make them believe that they can do it too. I am like their avatar. Okay, I don't understand that fully, but this is a sort of wishy-washy stuff. Oh, look, we even got our name up here. Are you in your 50s, 60s, and 70s who want to remain youthful and healthy and live your life to its full potential? Through harmonizing coaching techniques, I will inspire you to break the walls that keep you imprisoned and reach your heart's desires. It's actually not too bad. Good work. Good work. Okay, this is a valid question. How I look at it is, if I'm a coach who lives a lifestyle with high character where my life is my marketing, that's interesting. Okay, so we call this the attractive character. Just be the person they want to be and work with. The answer is yes. That's helpful, Mark. That's quite funny. I find my clients and also let them find me. How, Rita? I attract clients that are ready to be working with me for the sake of... When you have big words like this, it doesn't work. I enroll human beings with... Okay, we're not even going to read that. It's just... not good English. Okay, really interesting. We're going to do one more, and we're going to go to a different group so we get a slightly different view of the market. We don't want to just put all our apples into this one group. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to another one of our coaching groups that has a lot of people, which is the Coaching Jungle. Now this is more where you're going to find less of the life coaches and more of the businessy coaches, but you still have both, and you still have that holistic stuff. And I'm going to show you something here which I saw yesterday, which is really validates further the research that we've been doing. Really fascinating stuff. And if any of you are following along and thinking about going into this niche, you can just copy what I'm doing if you want. I have no problem. I won't be doing this long term. This is just a short term, unless it really makes a lot of money, I guess. Okay, so what we're going to search for here is get clients. If we can learn how to spell, I could go to school, I promise. Okay. It's a German... Oh, YouTube is not... Okay. Guys, can you still hear me? It's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth screaming. Viewers are getting buffer. Oh, Vietnam, your internet is so beautiful. Okay. That's not good. That is not good. So if anybody is watching at the moment, can you just tell me in chat if this is coming through okay? I think there's a wee delay, so when I'm speaking it's probably about a minute delayed, but hopefully this is okay. Anyway, we were getting into some good stuff here. We're just going to still confuse how to get clients. So there's a lot more marketing in this group. See, Kim is a very good marketer. Marketing is all you need. Well, shock horror, that got no engagement. It started with the word marketing. You turned off your audience. Here's another go, how to get clients. Not a lot of engagement. This is an interesting character. We won't go there. Without referrals and word of mouth, what would you do to get clients? Okay, well, it's a good post. She's a good marketer. Okay. I have spoken with Lauren a few times. She's a very driven lady. Very, very driven. And very successful too, I can tell you. Okay, let me just check our live stream. We're back to excellent connection. Okay, so that's Vietnam internet. We're coming right. I'm just typing there so that the chat comes up because it doesn't quite get it all in there. Okay. Right. So thank you, Christine. Great to have you here, by the way. Hope your pumpkin soup and bagel have gone down well. Okay, we're really getting into the nitty gritty here. This is exciting for me, and we're nearly an hour, and I'm going to spend the next half hour actually formulating our offer like we talked about. But again, I don't know if you think I'm just going to pull out a magic wand and just magically create an offer. I'm not. I'm going to my market to see what exactly how to refine and where we need to speak. Okay, so right, let's have a quick look at this. Without referrals and word of mouth, which is what they're all saying they're doing, what would you do to get clients? This is actually an exceptionally good question. I'm really happy to see that. Organic copywriting, Facebook ads. Okay. Are you asking this for your research? Yeah. Well, see, they don't like marketing. They're very suspicious. We're going to have to keep that in mind. Okay. Very suspicious. We're going to make a wee note here in our. Do we put it in our language notes or just in our beliefs? Additional notes. We'll put it here. Be very careful with value posts as they are cynical and think it's just marketing. And guess what? It is. So we're going to have to be very careful of that. Very, very cognizant of that. Okay. Find problem, solve problem. Oh. No comment. Okay. Networking groups like this, answer questions to show my expertise. Oh, yes. Find people I can genuinely help. Yes. Keep in contact with them. Yes. Build a relationship with them. And at some point they'll magically become a client. Well, not quite, but that's really good. This is really good. Yeah. Okay. This would be the closest we've seen to what I do. So, well done. Well done. Headache-free automations. Nice. Magnetic content and magnetic launches. So we know that content is going to play a role in what we do. Facebook ads, networking groups, yeah, old school, not working now. That stuff used to work, now it's about online. You can go to a BNI group and connect with 12 people. You can go 120,000 people. You know, there's no limit, so that's why I like online. You're just not capped by your local demographic. Public speaking, yes, love it. Nothing we can do now, but public speaking is good. Webinars, people don't like webinars, so probably won't work. Quick ad campaign, agreed. I like paid ads, just not when you're starting out. Not needed, not necessary, and you're just setting money on fire. Buy or JV with business. Okay, joint ventures, very clever. Or buy a business. Okay, smart. LinkedIn, nothing, no need. Virtue signaling. Oh, and he's since left the group. Oh, look at that. He's clearly too clever for this group. Paid traffic. Gosh, you're a bit tired today. You're seeing me being a wee bit cynical. And it's hard not to when you just see this nonsense online, honestly. Do great work, maybe. Yeah. What's really notable here is a lot of people have got ideas, but there's nothing really concrete here, right? So we're going to keep doing what I've been doing for years, organic marketing. And no, that does not necessarily mean Facebook. It's bigger than that. Psycho marketing, whatever. Clubhouse. Yeah, Clubhouse. I jumped on there and joined in December. And it was, or January, the holidays, Christmas holidays. And it was just, there were some huge names. There was massive value. I loved it. Went on about a week ago, and they're all gone. There's just nobody doing anything anymore. Okay, so here's a longer post. Oh, and it's our friend Philippe who got the first two right. Let's see if he's got the third part right now. Identify your perfect buyer. Know where your perfect buyer is. Mirror your perfect buyer. You just need to click. Oh, it's the same post. Okay, that's okay. Interesting. Okay, so the thing I wanted to show you in this group was an announcement that came out yesterday. How do we get to the... Just refresh that. So let's just look at all the announcements. Pretty sure it was an announcement post. It might not have been an announcement. Okay, so it wasn't an announcement, that's sad, but there was a post in here by Mark, and so we'll just go to recent posts. I like to sort by recent posts when I'm prospecting. You'll see that when we actually do prospecting. And I saw it last night, so it's going to be, 10 hours ago? So, and we're looking for Mark. So let's just quickly scroll down. It won't take long, but it validates, it's a very key part of our research, and we need to know this stuff, okay? This is a level that you niche as well. Okay? So, okay, we've got excellent connection. It's going to be somewhere around here. I sort of took my eyes off there. I wonder if we deleted it. But no, it was definitely this group. It was definitely last night. Here it is. Nope, but that's the person we're looking for. Okay, I can't find it, but I did read it. I did make a note of it. I was going to show you today, but now I can't find it. So, welcome to Facebook. Often doesn't show you every post, by the way. If there's 100 posts in here a day, you won't see all 100. It depends on their algorithm, and if it thinks I've already seen it. Okay. Please keep all research posts in this thread. Research posts and surveys will be deleted from the main wall. Interesting. Gosh, so frustrating that I can't find this. Never mind, we won't waste time going through it, as I keep wasting time. Or I've got the wrong name and it's one of the other admins. I'm just looking at names. Okay. Here it is. Just as I was about to give up. Okay, never quit. Okay, and look, 28 comments, 116 people have engaged with this. If this doesn't validate our research, nothing will. This shows that we have correctly made a learning about this market. We have a new rule in the jungle. No posts or comments with revenue figures. While I don't expect a big group of this size to never have any mention of dollar figures, we have too many people trying to fish with crazy revenue figures and hidden testimonials and posts that are being disguised as value. So we're seeing things like, this is how I made $250,000 every month by doing X, and I helped my client make this much by. Okay, we see what you're doing and you're not fooling anyone. Admins will be deleting post comments like this going forward. Now let's see how the community responds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wise, perfectly said. Thank you, thank you. Thank all the gods in the universe for this one. Does this mean I can't mention the 2 million I personally made? Okay. None of these bait and DM posts add any value to the group. Thank you, bravo, hallelujah, fake value clickbait posts be gone. Please report them. So now we've got all these people going to be reporting this stuff. So yeah, really, really interesting. So what I will be doing is more posting on other people's posts rather than putting key posts up, because it's too easy a trap. We'll talk about that. We'll be doing all that stuff on the live stream probably next week when we start putting our offer out. So really, really interesting. But the key to note here is just how many people liked this, okay? And all of those people and 99 more, 116, 17, 18 people. And we got likes and loves, okay? So yeah, people don't like being marketed to. Okay, enough of the research. Let's get into our offer creation like I promised. Oh, and I don't mind the occasional glitch. If you're curious to know, the reason why Vietnam has a lot of buffering issues on their internet is because they have 2 big undersea cables that go through the South China Sea, which is in dispute with China. China is trying to claim it all. Vietnam, Philippines, pretty much every other country is saying, hey, this go away. So China builds an island. I don't get into the politics of it, but what happens is sharks keep biting the undersea cables, and we all know that the sharks are actually it's China cutting cables. It happens about every 2 or 3 weeks. It's so frustrating. There's no way sharks will be happening all over the world, right? Aha. Anyway, can't have logic. So we know what our key problems are. We've made some really helpful notes here in our research. Okay, and we're going to review all of that once we've done our offer to make sure that we've ticked all the boxes. So what do? We're going to help coaches get more clients, or are we going to help them create a coaching framework or system to increase their dollars? Good question. We know the problems that they're having and the pain points. We know they hate marketing. We found it's a very embedded mindset. So we're going to put embedded. I want to really make sure. I don't even think that's how you spell embedded, but never mind. Yeah, really key. This is our key learnings. Okay. And then we looked at how we can help. Okay. So what are they currently doing to get clients? Well, we went and had a look. Hoping. Relying on referrals and word of mouth. Okay. Yeah, anything that isn't marketing, pretty much. Okay. So they don't know how. This market has all these people that are being life coaches, and there's no way they could have 10 or 20 clients. There's no way. They just don't know how. So we're going for the people that haven't got clients, and we're going to show them how to get that start. Unfortunately, that's the hardest part of the market because you're dealing with people that have no skills or experience. So it takes a wee bit longer to bring them up. So we're going to have to really craft an exhilaratingly good offer here. And I'm still blurred, yeah. YouTube is not receiving enough video to, as such, view. Let me just open what that says. Stream health. System status poor. Okay, so the internet is glitching, folks, and I'm really sorry about that. It's nothing I can control. The joy of working crashed. Okay, we have crashed. Thanks for the note, by the way, Christine. Yeah, major ongoing problem. But I'm actually looking at my stream in the YouTube studio, and yeah, it's about a 1 minute delay. We're still on poor. Now there's no data, so it's cutting in and out. Maybe we get into the offer creation tomorrow. We've got it not quite finished today. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. So I'm seeing the pixelatedness. Is the audio bad or is it just the visual? The things you don't envisage when you do these things. No, okay, we're back to poor. So even the 4G is struggling. Okay, so changing the internet has not helped. Well, there you go, we've kicked in. Okay, so these errors are just dreadful. Okay. Okay, the audio is okay, then we'll carry on. I've just changed over to my 4G, which is meant to be pretty quick. But unfortunately, that is still showing as poor. Okay, so look, they really, the internet, we're in a country that is developing quickly. I don't have these problems too often, honestly, but same time as 2 days ago. Oh yeah, this isn't working. We've got bad internet. We may just have to leave it, folks. Oh, and we were just getting into it, right? So exciting. We're getting into our offer. We're getting into how we're going to actually generate $12,000 or more. This could actually be a very lucrative niche that I may even build my coaching business into. So maybe if I can use my current offer and just amend it for this, or have it so it's aligned so I can have both without one killing the other. Okay, the hotspot isn't working. We're going to go back to the other internet. No internet. Okay, excellent. We are back. Okay. We are back. excellent connection. Let's hope it lasts. I only have a few more minutes. What you're seeing is a bit of a delay, so hopefully you stay with me just a couple more minutes, because we are back. We're back to excellent. I'll keep an eye on that. But what I want to do now, where were we? Okay, so talk about how to kill our flow. Let's just jump back to our Facebook, this one, and see what our messages are. More people answering our question. Okay, and we've still got an excellent connection. Okay, we're back, folks. We're back. Old notification. Funny how we get these old notifications. Internet joys. Okay, so we're going to finish this. We're going to get through it. I'll make a note in the replays to just get through this stuff, and we're going to be okay. And let's carry on. Okay, so what we're looking at, just to recap, is how we're going to solve our problem using our skills and expertise. The higher up your level of skills and expertise, the easier you're going to find it to solve these problems. We know the problem we're going to solve. We're going to solve it without marketing. So if we come back to this, you know, they've got a lack of business experience. They don't know how to get clients. So we're going to help them get clients, okay? How are we going to help new coaches get clients? Okay, what we won't do, tell them we can help them get clients. Otherwise, they'll think I'm like Grant Cardone. We know they don't like that. So we need, so this is where, right? This is where we need a solid angle. Okay, so we're having a look at this market all around it. We're sort of seeing where the gaps are. How? By just immersing ourselves in it. We're just getting to know it, right? And a really good example of that was when I started my chocolate business. We're talking angles, okay? So before I started my chocolate factory, I built a store in Queen Street in Auckland. It was called the Sweetest Little Chocolate Shop, very long time ago now. And I started this store. Did really well in the first year. It cost me about $40,000. I did a real cheap fit out. And what we did is we bought chocolate in from all the artisan chocolate makers all over New Zealand. So I had a bird's eye view of the market that nobody else had. I could see everybody's prices, I could see what they were selling, and I could see, because I had the retail store, I could see what the market was responding to, what people were buying. So I knew where the market was and what they liked and what they wanted, and I could see who was missing the market completely. I had one company that just sat on the shelves, couldn't sell it, overpriced, and under, you know, they were my lowest margin and my longest stock term. What that means is they just couldn't sell. So they didn't understand their market. So when I went and started my chocolate factory, I knew exactly where the sweet spot was. I knew where the gaps in the market were, and that's why our products immediately did very, very well. That said, I made plenty of mistakes in that business, a lot of failures before I ultimately did find success with our online offers. But we're not here to talk about that. So the point of that story is we need to understand our market so we're really able to see where the gaps are and understand how we can enter that market with an offer that's not going to make them all run away. Okay, so imagine you throw a stone in a pool of little fish and they just gone, right? That's what marketing is going to do. We can't use marketing, so we need to be able to drop a bait in there that they just congregate to, and that's where we're going to need a solid angle. Okay, so the angle is that this is our differentiator. Okay, how will we be different from everyone else? Well, clearly we're not going to use marketing. Okay, so we already know the angle we're going in with. We're just going to go in and say, basically, something along the lines of, we can help you get clients, without saying that. We're going to help you, right, so before we do that, let's go back to our keywords. This is how we're going to do it. We're getting into hooks. Let's do that second. Let's figure out what we're actually going to do. We haven't actually figured out our offer yet. Okay, we know it's likely going to be a consulting offer. Okay, so let's go back through and let's think about this. I can do mentor consulting. I can help them build a business model. That'll fix that. That will also fix that. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to offer? We're going to offer a 6-week, maybe, program. We won't call it this. This is just for our internal. We will offer a 6-week program that will teach them how to, well, we already know all that stuff. So we're going to do a 6-week program. Okay, that's going to do this stuff. Okay, we're going to do this stuff. So if we call it a 6-week program, we will need a really cool name for it. And it will be coaching/consulting. Key focus will be, okay, so now we're breaking down what our offer is going to look like. The key focus will be to rapidly give you the business piece of the puzzle so you can outcomes, okay? Focus on the stuff you're good at. Lean into your calling. Don't worry about the language. We're going to get all that right. We already got all the research. We already know what they respond to. So the key focus is going to be rapidly giving you the business piece of the puzzle that you're missing. So we're going to put in that missing link and build your own coaching program. So we're going to teach them how to build a coaching program over this 6 weeks that will, get clients without marketing. You can't say that. This is just what we're doing. We're going to do the flash, we're going to translate it into our market's language afterwards. But we need to know what we're doing from my perspective first so that you can understand it too. I'm saying a lot, aren't I? Okay, we've still got Healthy Stream. Awesome. So our key focus will be rapidly giving you the business piece of the puzzle. What does that really mean? Right. Your own coaching, get clients without marketing, make more dollars. Prosperity and abundance. Good to remind ourselves of our language. Prosperity, abundance. Okay. That's really it. So, yeah, we're going to show them how to do business. We're going to show them the business stuff. So we're going to help them. So that's going to be our simple systems you can build so you don't have to worry about the business stuff. Okay? That's going to be around how they acquire clients. It's going to be around how they invoice their clients. It's just going to give them a wee bit of peace of mind and a wee bit of confidence, right? So it's going to help them gain confidence, but that's our marketing speak. That's the outcomes. What am I physically doing? What is the crunch offer? Okay? So we're going to help them build a coaching program and a framework. Funny, we've gone all the way back to where we originally thought we might be. So we're going to have a consulting offer. It's going to be a 6-week program. Price at this stage, we want to be anywhere between $1,500 at the low end up to $3,000, I think would be all right. But we will do pricing analysis later. Good. Okay. Oh, where are we? I realize I haven't zoomed in. So let's just zoom in one, make it easy to see. Okay, so our offer is going to be basically around building your own. So this is where it's fuzzy, and it is fuzzy at this stage because we're starting to create it out of nothing, right? So we're going to take it from fuzzy down to physical, clear, simple offer. But I just need to get this fuzzy stuff down so we can understand that this is part of the synthesis, some of the process that you're going to go through, where you have to go from creative to practical. Okay, so if we wanted to sum up what it is, it's going to give you what is it? Create a program that attracts clients and takes away all the business issues, pain, right? That's what we're really doing. So they can grow into their calling. Like that. I'd like that. Grow into your calling. That could be the name of our package. Maybe. We'll think. Let's just highlight that. We like that. That's, I think, would go well in this market. But the good thing is, when we do come up with our offer, we're going to test it. We're not just going to dream it up and then hope it works. We're going to go out, we're going to test it, we're going to test the language until we get it resonating, until we get them connecting with it, then we can go and get some clients with it. Very exciting stuff. Okay, I'm going to keep streaming for a wee bit longer if you guys are okay with that, because we're really into a really good space now. We're starting to put our offer together, okay, and we're just really thinking about what it is at a high level. What is it that we're doing? What physically are we going to do for our clients? Why are they going to give us, up to 3K or maybe even more if we think the pricing elasticity can support it? So we're going to create a program. We're going to help them create a program, right? That takes care of their two biggest pain points: the lack of business and that. And that will help them overcome imposter syndrome. It's going to let them shine. Look, the language we're going to use is going to be very powerful, very emotive. I'm getting quite excited. But we really need to come up with a really cool name that's going to resonate. And we can't use any marketing talk, as we've said. So it is a challenge. This is not going to be easy. But if we think about it, we've already got some really good clues. Okay, and this is here. The inside-out approach to finding and enrolling, right? Not get clients. They don't say get clients. Finding and enrolling clients who are dying to work with you. See the emphasis on you. You. If you've done the value proposition, you'll know my little song. How to price your coaching in a way that is abundant, sustainable, and honorable. Why joy, inspiration, and grace are critical to you. I love this, right? Now remember, this book had high resonance with our market. We know they respond to this language, and we know this is what they're doing to solve their problems. How to step courageously into the coach you were born to be. This is genius. This would take me a long time to write. Very clever, okay? And the problem: fail to create a sustainable and profitable business. Now, I don't like that. That doesn't quite keep in with the language, so we might be able to fix that. But, okay. This is good. We're actually going to copy this. I'm going to copy it down here on my page so we can refer to it as we're going through this. What our market loves. Yep, we repeat stuff sometimes. Okay. So we just want to have that there while we're crafting our offer. Okay, we know they resonate with this. I'm going to put it all in italics, which no, we won't because they've already got italics for emphasis. Okay, so that's what our market loves. What hashtag responds to? I know that's not a hashtag. Okay. So if we think about where we started 3 or 4 days ago, this is day 4, we were like, well, let's go and hunt, right? We went through and we did the power zone. So I looked at the industries I liked. I narrowed it down to 2 and we dived into 1, and immediately we started looking for problems, and we found some big problems. And not a lot of people know how to solve the problems. So we've also got a fairly, while it's a crowded market, it's crowded at the level of marketing, but people aren't responding to it, okay? It's like dropping your bait. Here's a good way of describing it. When I was a kid, we went to a place in New Zealand called Deep Cove in Fiordland National Park. It's a camp, it's an experience that we all went to. I'm from the bottom of the country and we're surrounded by national parks, Lord of the Rings style scenery, and we're on this Doubtful Sound. And it's really interesting because it's got freshwater and saltwater. It's one of the few places in the world you can catch fresh and saltwater fish. But the trick was knowing how far down to put your line. So I only caught one fish. It was a big groper. It was a wonderful fish. But I had to go all the way down to catch that. So right down near the bottom. Whereas the other one, if you want to catch the freshwater, you had to go higher. Now I can't remember why it hadn't mixed. There was reasons for it. But both, you had freshwater and saltwater fish there. But at least that's what they told us when we were there. In hindsight, I don't even know if that's true, but that's what they told us kids at the time. And the point of that is, we know a lot of people in this market are fishing, but the fish are here, and their bait is here, and the fish are like, no, we don't go up there, we don't like marketing, right? So nobody's really, well, there are people. This person, for example, has obviously dialed it in, so we're not the only ones. There are people doing it right, but there are so many. This market's huge. 75,000 people in that first coaching group. The coaching jungle has 40, 50,000. There are all these new coaches, and we see it time and time and time and time again. They don't know how to get clients, but they hate marketing. So what are they doing? Just sitting there dreaming and hoping. It's like they threw out the only thing that's going to help them, because so that, while that we might criticize, and some people might go, oh, they're all useless, they should, I'm not about that. I'm just saying, well, there's a very big problem that I know how to fix. Oh, it is a big problem. So we love all this stuff, right? So we want to talk about their calling. We want to talk about manifesting abundance and prosperity through their coaching business. And we will use the word business, but we'll associate it to all that powerful language like they have here. This is the trick here. Okay? I won't use joy and inspiration and grace, but we might use language similar. So this was selling a book. We're selling a program. So we're going to have, we're not going to be having a website when we start out either, where we could list all this stuff. So we're going to do it through the value-based approach, because we have to test and validate our offer. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get this right. So what are we doing? We're going to, this is where we have to do a lot of thinking and just be quite creative. And this is the part I enjoy. I love dreaming up offers. It's what I do for my clients as well. So really what we want to say is, how to take care of all that horrible business and marketing stuff so you can do what you love and grow a prosperous business. So let's write that down. How to get rid of all your marketing and business headaches, so you can spend more time helping people. So you can build a prosperous, they probably don't like build, right? Prosperous and abundant coaching business where you spend more time helping people, helping your people, developing your calling. This is not an offer. This is just getting to we've gone from up here, and now I'm just starting to create it out of the ether, if you like. So it's kind of fun. So what we're really wanting to say is we can make all your marketing and business headaches go away, and the outcome will be that you can build a prosperous and abundant coaching business, so you can spend more time helping your people and developing your calling. That's what this market wants. I'm pretty sure this is the right kind of approach. So what I like to do, our brains are very powerful computers, more powerful than computers, but they work like computers. They work like Google. So if you're watching, I'm going to ask you a question now, and then we'll look at what happens. So what is 1 plus 1? You're probably thinking, is this a trick question? No, the answer is 2. But what I want you to look at is just take a different angle. What happens is when we ask a question, our brain automatically looks for an answer. Okay? So if we're focusing on all the wrong stuff, our brain is spitting out all this bad stuff. Why am I such a loser? Oh, well, your brain's, well, there was that time with Jane, or there was this thing that happened, and it reinforces those beliefs and becomes habitual. Anyway, that's all covered in my book, The Abundance Protocol, which is going to be good for this market as well. But the point of that is, what I like to do at this step is just ask my brain, and it'll work subconsciously, and it'll be something I think about over the next 24 hours before my next live stream. So I'm going to pretty much leave it here, and I'm going to be thinking about what kind of things. So this is what I will be doing. No point you sitting having me go blah blah, what could I do, because I need some time. I want to just stop, think, and really just imagine this audience and how I'm going to be able to put this offer in front of them. Okay, but what we do know, we have a 6-week program we're going to offer our clients. It may be longer or shorter depending on what we end up coming up with. If we did a 1-month offer at $1,200 or something, we could very quickly get 10 clients and get up to our 12K. We need 11 clients. So we know we're doing a 6-week program. We know we're going to be between 1,500 and 3K maybe, and we know it's going to be about how they can build a prosperous and abundant coaching business where we take care of all the stuff they can't do so they can do the stuff they love. Now, if that doesn't solve their problem, right? I don't know how to do this stuff. I don't want to do this stuff. Well, let me do it and show you how, and put it in a way that it's only going to take you a very short period of time so you can do what you love, which is what they want to do, right? So this is going to speak to that. We're going to need to link some more outcomes. We've got that through our research. But what I want to do now is let that percolate in my brain, let it brew, so that when tomorrow I'll have had some time for my brain to subconsciously process. Remember? So I'm asking the question, how can I help these people? How can I structure this offer, right? And my brain will just be working in the background on that, because that's what I'm telling it to work on. Question in, answer out, right? So, that's not a very technical answer, and I realize that's pretty hard to, think, but, we are intelligent creatures. We do have the ability to create, and that's what I need to do now. So I'm going to leave that for 24 hours. We're going to come back tomorrow, 10 a.m. my time. We're going to stream another 1 or 2 hours, somewhere in that vicinity. And the goal tomorrow will be to have finalized my offer and have my hooks. Okay, so tomorrow we're just going to be purely on the hooks, the offer, and breaking it down. But what we have done today, believe it or not, is we've gone from, well, here's the problems, here's how we know how to solve the problems, and here's how we're going to present it. Here's the sort of offer I want to put into this market. So what are we doing with this? We need to solve those big problems, and we need to be seen to be solving it, right? Because that's, if you've got a knife stuck in your arm and I come along and give you a painkiller, it's not going to solve your problem. But if I come along and say I can help you remove that knife, stitch it up, and make it all better, then that's something they're going to be, yes please, right? So we need to create an offer that they can't resist. That they just go, oh, this is what I've been waiting for. Oh, where has this been? I had no marketing. I don't have to do any of that stuff. Oh, shut up and take my money. That's what we're going to get to tomorrow. We're going to have our shut up and take my money offer. Okay, very exciting, very fun. I haven't fully decided if we go life coaches or drill right down into the energy coaches, because I know that space really well. But I think just my instincts tell me I can cover all of those. They're all got the same problem, and it's all the same mindset. There's no need to separate it out. The market can sustain both. I don't need to niche down to one, because it's literally going to be word for word the same for both of these. So that's progress, folks. In 4 days, 4 days of streaming, we've come up with an offer that is based solely on the research that we've done and validated. That stuff is exciting for me, okay? So, let's leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. If you've watched the replay, be sure to drop a wee note below. It means a lot to know that I'm helping people. Leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel. It helps out. Once I get to 100 subscribers, I can do some really cool stuff. That's not going to happen during this live challenge. But you've just got to start. So this is my just starting. So we're doing well. This 12K challenge is on track. I can't wait till tomorrow where we get this offer crunchy and crystallized and simple. Oh, it's going to be exciting. So I'm going to think about this overnight for the rest of today and overnight, and tomorrow morning we'll come back. We're going to crush it. Really exciting. So thanks for tuning in. It means a lot, and I will see